Welcome to 8.7. We are going to be solving radical equations. So when we solve radical equations, we also have to check for extraneous solutions. So remember, that means that the result of the equation might be a number that does not satisfy the original equation. So when we go to plug it back in, it gives us something that doesn't make sense. All right, so steps to solve these. First, we're going to isolate the radical to one side. If there are two radicals, we need to keep one on each side. We're going to raise both sides to the nth power. So if it's a square root, we're going to square them. If it's a cube root, we're going to cube them. Then we're going to solve the resulting equation, and then we always need to double check our solution at the end to make sure that we don't have an extraneous solution. So we're going to plug in our answer and check to make sure that it makes sense. All right, first one, this is number 1 in your notes. So we're going to isolate the radical. So first thing I need to do is add 2 to both sides. So I get the square root of 2x minus 1 equals 3. Then to get rid of this square root, I need to square both sides. And the square root and the square just work against each other, so those are inverse operations. So all I'm left with here is 2x minus 1. And then on this side I'm left with 9, and from here I solve just like a typical equation. So add 1 to both sides, 2x equals 10, divide by 2, so x equals 5. Okay, let's check our answer. Square root of 2 times 5 minus 1 minus 2 equals 1. 10 minus 1 is 9. Square root of 9 is 3. 3 minus 2 is 1, so that one works. Okay, so there's no extraneous solution there. Number 2 in your notes, here we see a radical on each side. So we need to keep it like that. They're both isolated. They don't have anything else there. So we're just going to square both of these because they're both square roots. And that will undo that. So what am I left with? 3x plus 12 equals x plus 8. From here we solve, again, just like we would any other equation. Subtract x. So 2x plus 12 equals 8 minus 12. 2x equals negative 4. So x equals negative 2. Okay, and a negative solution isn't inherently bad. Let's check it. If we plug it back in and we're getting answers that work, numbers that work, then we don't have to worry about it. So I'm plugging in negative 2. This gives me negative 6 plus 12 is 6. Negative 2 plus 8 is 6. Square root of 6 equals the square root of 6. Okay, that works. All right, number 3 in your notes, we see a cube root for the first time. But so again, first thing we're going to do is isolate this radical. So I'm going to subtract 1 from both sides. So I get the cube root of 3x plus 2 equals negative 1. To undo the cube root, I'm going to cube both sides. So I get 3x plus 2, and negative 1 to the third power is negative 1 times negative 1 times negative 1, which is just negative 1. Solve from there. Divide by 3. So x equals negative 1. And again, always we have to check our answer. So I plug it in. 3 times negative 1 plus 2, all under the cube root. Plus 1 equals 0. Negative 3 plus 2 is negative 1. The cube root of negative 1 is just negative 1. So 0 equals 0. Okay, so far so good. Nothing, no extraneous solutions, nothing out of the ordinary. We're going to jump ahead a little bit. If you're following along in your notes, this is number 7. So again, we're going to start by just isolating the radical, not the variable. So I get the square root of x plus 3 equals x minus 3. I can't put those together because those are not like terms, so I have to keep them separated. So now when I go to take these both to the second power, something a little bit different happens. On the left side, I just have x plus 3 because the square undid my square root. But on the right side, let's do it over here. When I square this, I have to double distribute FOIL, whatever you'd like to call it. So I get x squared minus 3x plus 9, which is really x squared minus 6x plus 9. So that's what goes over here on this side. Right, so we've got a little bit more work to do now to solve this. So when I have a square root, a square, not an x squared, a quadratic, we need to set it equal to 0. So I need to subtract x and I need to subtract 3. So I get 0 equals x squared minus 7x plus 6. And now when I see that, I need to try to factor this. So I'm looking at x and x. What multiplies to 6 adds to negative 7. That's going to be -1, -6. Okay, so then I'm going to keep this going. X minus 1 equals 0 gives me x equals 1. X minus 6 equals 0 gives me x equals 6. So I have two solutions. I need to check. So I have to check both of them. So I have the square root of 1 plus 3 equals 1. So that's 4 plus 3. Square root of 4 is 2. Well, that doesn't work, right? 5 does not equal 1. So that's an extraneous solution. Let's double check 6. 6 plus 1, square root of 6 plus 3 equals 6. So square root of 9 plus 3 equals 6. 3 plus 3 equals 6. That one works. So in this case, x equals 6 is my only solution. Okay, let's look at another one. This one looks a little bit different, which is why I wanted to show it to you. This is number 8, if you're following along. The 1/2 power, remember, x to the 1/2 is the same thing as the square root of x. So it looks different, but it really means the same thing. Let's rewrite it so we recognize that that's really just a square root. And then it's no different than the one that we just did. So we're going to subtract 2 from both sides. So I get the square root of 2x minus 1 equals x minus 2. Now again, when I square this, I have a binomial that I'm squaring. So I have to FOIL. I get x squared minus 2x would be minus 4x plus 4. So I get 2x minus 1 equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. And again, I see a quadratic. I need it to be equal to 1. So I'm going to to 0. So I need to bring this stuff over. So I get 0 equals x squared minus 6x plus 5. I need to factor. So I'm going to have x and x. Factors of 5 are only 5 and 1. And these is both negative, so it's going to be minus 5 minus 1. I set both of those equal to 0. So I get x equals 5 and x equals 1. But now I need to check for an extraneous solution. So square root of 2 times 5 minus 1 plus 2 equals 5. 10 minus 1, so that's square root of 9 plus 2 equals 5. That's 3 plus 2 equals 5. That one works. So x equals 5 works. Now let's check 1. Square root of 2 times 1 plus, minus 1 plus 2 equals 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. 1 plus 2 does not equal 1. So again, there's an extraneous solution. So my only answer for that one is x equals 5. Last one we'll look at. This is number 8 in your notes. My radical is already by itself, so all I have to do from here is square it. Again, you see us squaring that binomial So we have to take x minus 5 times x minus 5, which gives us x squared minus 10x plus 25. And if you need to write it out to do that work, please do that. So I get x minus 3 equals x squared minus 10x plus 25. I want to solve this quadratic. I see the x squared. I need to set this equal to 0. So I'm bringing over my stuff from the other side. So I get x squared minus 11x plus 28. Factors of 28 would be 2 and 14 or 4 and 7. So 4 and 7 are going to work best in this case. X minus 4, x minus 7. X minus 4 equals 0 gives me x equals 4. X minus 7 equals 0 gives me x equals 7. But we need to do our check and see which one of those, if any, is extraneous. So square root of 4 minus 3 equals 4 minus 5. 4 minus 3 is 1. Square root of 1 equals negative 1. Well, that's not possible. So 4 does not work. Square root of 7 minus 3 equals 7 minus 5. 7 minus 3 is 4. Square root of 4, 2 equals 2. So x equals 7 is our answer. All right, and so that is solving radical equations.